Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to talk about the top 5 worst recoveries on a variety of different fighters in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. Now these recoveries are often countered by a foe and may lead to a quick kill by an enemy, but with all that said, let's get this started. For the first pick, I went with the new guy, Cloud. Now, Cloud's normal up B sends him a pretty short distance vertically and also almost nowhere horizontally to begin with. It can also be countered by a variety of different attacks and specials, and is overall a pretty weak one. Now, I hear you all saying you can use this limit break for an OP recovery, and while this is true, I feel like it is kind of bad that you do have to waste something as valuable as a limit break on something as simple as a recovery, and that kind of creates a big problem for him. Usually you would want to be saving your limit break for a great outplay that could put you back into the game later on, but having to waste it on a recovery is a really big downfall of Cloud. Bowser Jr. is a very peculiar fighter, and his recovery follows in that wake. It shoots him upwards a mile distance and then it explodes underneath him. Now on paper this does seem okay, but in practice it can put a Bowser Jr. player in big trouble in a small amount of time. Now first off, it doesn't send him way too high, and sometimes it can give you trouble grabbing onto the ledge. Other than that, it also does have the fact that after you get hit, you cannot up B again, while most other characters can up B again. So you pretty much are just falling there to your death, waiting to be styled on by an opponent after you get hit. A safer way to recover as him would be to use your side B, which of course you can use anything out of it, but when you are on the lower half of the stage, then your up B really will be necessary, and that's where the trouble kicks in. It's a really big problem for him, and simply letting him up B again after being hit would be a huge buff for the green fellow. Next, I wanted to go with Dr. Mario. He's kind of been the example of not the greatest recovery. I mean, it isn't useless, but it doesn't go high, very far, and it can be really easily gimped with a few frares from somebody like a Sheik or a Pikachu. Essentially, it's a downgrade from Luigi and makes him get in really big trouble if he does happen to be hit off the cliff. Luckily, he does have his down B for some extra height and horizontal distance, but that often doesn't quite make the cut. Once again, if you look at Duck Hunt's recovery, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it goes pretty high, far, and you can use it again after being hit, but sadly it's not quite as good as it may sound. Now the main problems with this recovery is that it's slow, making it really easy to just spike him or hit him over and over again, and it doesn't have any active hitboxes. Now this means essentially that the opponent can go anywhere they want to around you without the fear of being hit, and this makes the situation where they can attack you over and over and over again with almost no sight of you getting back on the stage. Really no good for Duck Hunt. Finally, we have, well, you called it, Little Mac. He's always been the worst at recovering, and even Nintendo told us this and marketed him as this. His side B hasn't ever gone way too far, and his up B in the air barely gets any distance. Added onto that, the nerf on his side B range, and you got yourself someone who has huge troubles getting back on the stage. He also doesn't have really any good mix-ups to get back, and he is pretty light, meaning that it's easy to throw him off the stage and then hit him a couple of times and kill him. Overall, this creates a really bad time for Little Mac and makes the player need to play very safely and almost never be hit off the stage, or else they could easily face a quick death. Thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did enjoy, then make sure to leave a like and smash the subscribe button. Also, thanks to Orlando Montriago for the video idea. Thank you much. Also, comment down below what you personally think of this list, and tell me who you would have had on it instead of what I chose. With all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.